The world is full of untold stories, some tragic, some baffling, and some that leave us searching for answers. Among these are the stories of individuals whose identities have been lost to time, leave behind only mysteries that refuse to be solved. These John Does have left behind questions that continue to linger, challenging investigators, families, and communities alike. In this video, we explore the haunting stories of 5 John Doe cases, each filled with unanswered questions and a sense of mystery that refuses to fade away. On December 17, 2000, a horseback rider made a chilling discovery in a field near 8500 Davis Estate Road in Needville, Fort Bend County, Texas. Scattered human remains were found, with the majority concealed in a plastic bag along the roadside. This grim find hinted at a mystery yet to be unraveled. The descendant, believed to be a Hispanic male between 17 and 23 years old, had likely been deceased for 3 to 9 months before his remains were discovered, standing between 5 foot and 5'6", with an estimated weight of 160 pounds. His features were difficult to determine due to decomposition. However, his straight black or dark brown hair, approximately 2 inches long, offered a vital clue. His clothing included a beige sock, a brown leather belt, Roots 66 brand jeans, waist size 29, 2 green shoelaces tied in a knot, brown suede tennis shoes, Pelé brand, and wristbands. A dental examination revealed rotated and overlapping incisors, along with signs of healed tailbone fracture. Isotope analysis suggests origins from Guatemala or southern Mexico. His remains are currently undergoing genetic genealogy testing by Moxie Forensic Investigations, sparking hope for identification. In the early hours of May 8, 2006, the burning body of a man was discovered on Fort Irwin Road, a desolate stretch in Yermo, San Bernardino County, California. The scene was haunting. His death had occurred just hours prior, and 95% of his body was burned. His death was ruled a homicide. This John Doe, believed to be white or Hispanic, aged 25 to 50, stood at 5'7" and weighed 140 pounds. Due to the extensive burns, determining his eye and hair color was impossible. A charred t-shirt and a portion of a sock were the only remnants of his clothing. Despite limited physical evidence, investigators are relentless in their pursuit of answers, and his case remains open as they continue to seek justice. On November 11, 1995, the frozen body of a man was discovered in a coal train cart in Wright, Campbell County, Wyoming. The train had journeyed over 1,000 miles from the Pruitt power plant in Richmond, Texas, making multiple stops. John Doe's tragic fate suggested he may have boarded the train during its journey. The cause of death was determined to be hypothermia. He was a man of white or Cuban descent, aged between 40 and 50, standing at 5'1" to 5'2", and weighed about 150 to 160 pounds. His graying black hair, brown eyes, and distinctive tattoos, including Caridad on his arm, added to his unique profile. Despite his mysterious death, clues such as a silver pinky ring, a green Mexican blanket vest, and a lighter found at the scene suggest he may have been a smoker and had stayed in the area for some time. The case was reopened in 2015, yet questions about his journey and identity persist. On January 10, 2022, a young man was found unresponsive in an abandoned bus near an office building on West Park Drive in Houston, Texas. Though he was transported to Ben Tubb Hospital, he sadly passed away shortly after. His death was ruled a suicide, but the circumstances surrounding his identity remains unclear. This John Doe, believed to be a Hispanic male, aged 13 to 19, with some reports extending the age range to 24, stood 5 foot to 5'1" and weighed 112 pounds. His unique hairstyle included a star shaved into the sides. His attire, athletic pants, distinctive socks, and high-top sneakers adds to his memorable appearance. Despite the few details available, investigators remain committed to uncovering more about this young man's life and death. In 1945, a deaf and mute African-American teenager was found wandering the streets of Jacksonville, Illinois. Unable to communicate, he was institutionalized under the name John Doe, number 24. His story is a reminder of the challenges faced by those who remain unidentified. John Doe, number 24, believed to have been a teenager at the time, endured years of institutionalized, often facing harsh conditions. Despite these challenges, he remained resilient, forming friendships and displaying a remarkable spirit. His legacy was immortalized by Mary Chapin Carpenter's song John Doe number 24 in journalist Dave Bake's book God Knows His Name, the true story of John Doe number 24. John Doe number 24 passed away in 1993 at approximately 64 years old. His headstone, purchased by Carpenter, reads, quote, "Life's a mystery, but so too is the human heart," end quote. These stories serve as a powerful reminder of the fragilities of life and the enduring search for answers that remains when an identity is lost. Each John Doe represents a life that mattered, in a person whose story is yet to be fully told. As time passes, the mysteries surrounding these cases may grow colder, but the hope for resolution and justice persists. Perhaps one day, though, the relentless efforts of investigators and the advances in forensic science, the identities of these lost souls will finally be uncovered, and their stories will be brought into the light. Till then, they remain in our thoughts, unsolved yet unforgettable.